My name is Eitan. I've made over $300,000 with organic dropshipping and got close to 1 billion views across all social media. And to get to these numbers, I had to test and scan thousands of products. So my goal today with this course is to give you an in-depth look on product research and to get to the core of what makes one product better than another one and how you can tell the difference. After watching this quick course, you will not only know the best hidden places to look for winning products, but also know how to instantly spot the winning product for yourself. And at the end, I will give you a spreadsheet that automatically calculates for you if the product you actually chose is a winner or not. So to make your life easier, I structured this course into 3 different sections. The first one will talk about product criteria, which is honestly the most important. The second part will talk about where are the best hidden places to find products. And the third part will talk about organizing and filtering your products so you can choose the best one among all the products you have. So let's get into step number 1, product criteria. So if you want to find the perfect product, I gathered 10 different criteria to help you choose whether or not that product is successful or not. Wow factor, solves a problem or provides value. Passionate niche, unique and not generic. Functional, not a showcase. Low competition, proof of concept. Filmability, high profit margin, and high AOV. These are the perfect product criteria that will help you narrow down your product research skills to a T and help you know exactly whether or not in a second if a product is worth it for you or not to run. So now let me go into each different product criteria and explain to you why you actually need it and why it's good. The first one is wow factor. You look at the product and instantly you think to yourself, holy shit, or what the heck, I've never seen that, that's so cool. Or something like, that's actually so useful. Just thinking that's cool won't actually cut it. This is what actually makes the product go viral easily on social media, especially if you're doing organic dropshipping. The stronger the wow factor becomes, the easier it is to actually go viral. So for example, when you're scrolling and you see a cool product, you're like, what the actual heck, I've never seen this in my life. That is probably a viral video and got millions of views because it has such a wow factor. Whereas if you see another product that really doesn't have such a wow factor and you're just like, okay, that's pretty cool, you just scroll by and it doesn't have as much views as the other one. So the wow factor is automatically attached to how easy it is to go viral with that product. You also have to know how to put yourself in the target audience's shoes, meaning the ideal person who would actually buy the product you're looking at. Would they also think the same thing? When they look at that product, will they also think, holy shit, I really need that? So I gathered 3 perfect examples to show you how a product that has a good wow factor looks like. Here's the first example. It's basically a pizza slider. Your first reaction is like, what the heck? That's insane. Oh my gosh, I've never seen that. How does that work? That, my friends, is a good example of a product that has a strong wow factor. Let's go on to the second one. This is a neon car poster. It's definitely a holy shit type of product, and it's very, very unique. Now, you gotta remember again, put yourself into the target audience's shoes. If you're a car guy, you're a car enthusiast, a car geek, right? You would actually look at this product and you would think to yourself, oh my gosh, this is actually insane. But if you're someone who's not into cars, why would you even think that that product is cool? You don't care about cars. First off, the feed of TikTok or the algorithm or Instagram, they wouldn't even show you that because they know you're not interested in cars. So you have to think to yourself, would someone who's interested in cars find this appealing, find it as a huge wow factor? You can even go to a family member who likes that type of product or is in that niche and ask them, send them the video and get their live reaction, see what they think. Now let me show you the third example. This is basically a squishy cat. That's all it is to it. The wow factor here comes from how satisfying the product actually is. So it's so satisfying to watch that the watch time is insane. Everyone's gonna watch it, it's so satisfying. Now, not everyone is necessarily gonna buy it. Remember, I'm just showing you products that have an insane wow factor. We'll get into the other criteria later on. The second criteria for finding the perfect product is solves a problem or provides value. It has to be a real problem or pet peeve without actually being able to object it and say easily, oh, I can just do the same thing with ... or I could do the same thing with this. So if you're having a hard time knowing what problem the product actually solves, it's probably a less obvious one. Like boredom. How do you solve boredom? With entertainment. That's the problem, boredom. Also feeling ugly. That's a problem. How do you solve it? providing beauty products, makeup, things like that. Those are problems that are a little bit less obvious. And here are 3 videos of good products that solve a problem or provide value. This is actually useful for people who smoke weed. It makes it way easier to roll up your joints to smoke. You don't have to go through so many steps. Now, initially, if you're someone who doesn't smoke weed, who's not into that niche, you wouldn't know that. So you could always research, why is this so useful? Why does it actually help people? You could just look up on Google, ChatGPT, anything, look up videos, and you'll see that people actually struggle with rolling joints and things like that. So you see, it actually solves a problem. It makes people's life easier. The second example here is the Pocket Arcade. This provides a lot of value to gamers. Since it has thousands of games, it fits in your pocket, and you can use it literally anywhere. Even on a plane where there's no reception, no Wi-Fi. It's basically like a mini portable PlayStation. And for the third example of a product that provides value or solves a problem, we have here the folding travel bag. Basically, everyone struggles with packaging everything they want into one bag, and this solves that problem. And it can even help save money on more bags, because when you go to the airport, you pay $70, whatever it is, per extra bag. So you could save that money. And also it has a special compartment for clothes that you can see you can put in there on the bottom, and it becomes the actual bag, so your clothes don't even get wrinkly. So this solves a lot of different problems you can see here and provides a lot of value to the customer. Let's get into the third product criteria, which is passionate niche. This is basically just a niche that is very passionate about what they do. For example, car enthusiasts, gamers, anime, Christianity, pet owners, etc. All of these different niches, if you know someone who's in this niche, someone who's a pet owner, someone who's into anime, you know that they're actually passionate about it. They're not just like, okay, yeah, I kind of watched a few animes here and there. Usually it's someone who's really into it. So these people, when they see a product in that niche, they would be way more likely to buy it just because they're really passionate about it. Obviously, though, in every niche, there will be some people who are less passionate about it and some people who are more passionate about that niche. But what this really means in a general sense for products is how strong people in that niche connect with it. So for example, have you ever met a gamer that doesn't have an LED keyboard? Like, probably not. And again, here are 3 video examples of products that are in passionate niches. The first one here is the Spidey mask. It's just basically a Spider-Man mask, and Marvel fans are very passionate. Hence, they would be more likely to buy this. For the second example, we have here the Snap Frame. The angle they used to sell this product is pregnant moms. Obviously, the product itself was not meant just for that, since you can use it for basically any other niche. But the genius move was who to market it to. Since pregnant women are arguably the strongest purchasing power on the internet, they would buy this up in a second. Because why would a mom not be passionate about her baby, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. And the third video example is anime blades. The anime niche is extremely passionate, and anime lovers would buy this up like crazy, especially a more specific anime like Demon Slayer, which is where the swords actually come from. The fourth product criteria is unique. The product actually has to have a unique twist to it, not generic. Some products are very generic, like kitchen products, a tissue box. That's one of the most generic things you can ever think of. The reason uniqueness is such an important criteria is because if your product is not unique, you're competing with so many other people. Uniqueness is arguably one of the most important parts because that's what people see. They look at your product, they see it's unique, they want to buy it instantly because if they've never seen it anywhere else. Now, like I said before, generic could mean any regular day items in your house, like toilet paper, chairs, pillows. That's really generic. And unique really means that the product has a twist to it. A unique twist, something that you've never seen before in your entire life. And that's what helps sell it. Now, this time, we're getting a little bit complicated here. I'm going to give you 3 bad examples and 3 good examples. This way you can learn even better to spot the difference. So here are 3 bad examples of a unique product, which just means I'm going to show you very generic products. For example, we have here Sad Garfield. Now, Garfield is not only a niche that's not so passionate, but it's really small. And really at the end of the day, this is just a plushie, you know? They don't actually convert well. They don't make a lot of money. But it's just a plushie. You can find a plushie anywhere unless the plushie itself has a unique twist to it. The second video here is a Stitch heating pad. The Stitch is a very passionate niche, but it's just a heating pad at the end of the day. Like, you could buy a heating pad on Amazon and Target in your local store. Why would you buy something like that off a random website that looks scammy, that's a Shopify website that's not even on Amazon that you don't trust? Especially if it's a product that's pretty generic. The third example here is an ice maker bottle. The design concept is cool, but it's really generic since really everyone already has ice in their fridge. Like who doesn't? Now let me give you 3 unique examples of products that are extremely unique and have a nice unique twist to them. The first one is fidget guns. Now these fidget guns are super unique. You've probably never actually seen them in any store, and they have a unique twist to them. It's basically an ADHD gun. Who would not want that? It's like really, really cool. The second good example of a unique product is this kitty purse. This purse looks crazy because it looks so realistic like a real cat, but it is definitely unique and never seen before. Like you've probably never seen this product in your entire life. The third good example of a unique product is this automatic massager. You probably know about massaging gadgets, but never seen this one that massages you automatically. See, that has a unique twist to it. It's very unique. The fifth product criteria is functional, which just means it's not a showcase. Let me explain. A functional product is one that actually has a function or a use case. You actually use it, you actually do something with it. Whereas a showcase is one that's not so practical and serves no actual function and just sits there as you film it. Like if you try and film it, it just sits there and it can't do anything, like a lamp or a bulb or some sort of LED lights. They just sit there. You can't really do anything cool with it. Yeah, you can be a little bit creative here and there, but there's only a limited amount of videos and concepts that you can come up with for it because it's a showcase. Now, this does not mean that you can't make money with a showcase product. In fact, I know several dropshippers that made hundreds of thousands of dollars with products that were basically showcase products. They weren't actually functional. Now, keep this in mind. If you want to run a showcase product and test it out, you have to make sure that your competition is very, very low. You have to make sure that no one else is actually testing the same product as you. Because a showcase product, it just sits there. It just looks good. Then it can only get to a certain amount of people and get a certain amount of people to actually buy it from you. So here are 3 bad examples of a functional product, which just means I'm going to show you 3 showcase products. This first one here is a poo plushie. As you can see, it just sits there. Like, yeah, you can film it doing things, doing funny things, sad things, emotional things, or do things like, unboxing it, but it's not functional. The second example here is the humidifier. Now, it's cool, but not so functional. It just sits there at the end of the day. Yeah, you can film yourself turning it on, putting it somewhere, unboxing it, but it just sits there. It's a showcase. This third one here is Marvel rugs. Yeah, Marvel is a passionate niche, but at the end of the day, this is just a rug. And it just sits there basically. Now here are 3 good examples of a functional product that's not a showcase. This first one here is night vision goggles. Now these goggles you actually use and do something functional with. So they really don't just sit there. You actually use them, you do something with it. The second example here is an anxiety bookshelf. You could argue it's a bookshelf and it just sits there, but the main point here is to cure anxiety and ADHD and to mess it up so you can just put the books back together in a neat order so it's functional. Now, don't ask me why this product was successful. It actually made more than $300,000 in general, probably even more, but people just like ADHD, anxiety stuff because people are anxious. They think they have ADHD. Here's the third example, the crochet ring. This ring is very useful. It's very practical. You actually do something with it. It's used for something, and it's not just made to be a display piece. It's actually used for something. Now we're getting into the 6th product criteria, which is low competition. Low competition means that the product you found has no other competition. No one else is trying to test it. No one else is trying to run it successfully. Or even if there's dozens of other people trying to run and test that same product you found, they're not making it work successfully. So that means you still have a chance to make it work if you do it right. However, before actually assuming it's a good product, you have to ask yourself, are your competitors failing because their marketing is trash or because the product is really something that no one else wants to buy? You have to make that pure distinction, because if you see a bunch of other people running a product that you think you can make work and you try, you waste all your time and it doesn't work, that's because the product was really bad. And it could be that a product is really good, but 20 other people are trying to run it and they can't make it work successfully because their marketing is trash. So you have to really make sure what it is when it comes to low competition. Now, let me give you a bad example and a good example of competition. Now, here's an example of high competition. So there's only 2 people running the same product, and together they got a combined total views of 100 million. Now that's high competition because the views they got is already 100 million. It doesn't matter that there was only 2 people running it. And here's an example of good low competition. There's more than 20 people running the same exact product and testing it, but the most views someone actually got with it is just 300,000 views. All because their videos were just bad, trash. You see their videos, you see they were bad. The lighting was bad, their angles were bad. They didn't market what the goal of the product actually was. So even though 20 people tried it, they did it horribly. And you still have a chance because you can see the numbers. The views are low. That means you have a chance to get in and get into those millions of views. Although the best scenario of low competition is that there's actually no one, 0 people running the same product that you want to. You have to drink spring water. Nice. Criteria number 7 is proof of concept. Now this criteria is not so necessary because it's actually really hard finding a product that has both low competition and proof of concept. Because if the product actually has proof of concept and you know it works, that means it probably worked for someone else and they already went viral with it. And that person that went viral with that product already is probably already making money and making it work. So you entering at that point where someone else already has proof of concept, that probably means that the competition is high. And until the product actually reaches your house and you start filming for it, it might be too late already. But proof of concept does not have to show with virality and views necessarily. Here are a few different ways that you can tell if a product actually has proof of concept, regardless of virality or views on a screen. For example, a video that has a high ratio of comments that have intent to buy the product. And the comments say things like, I need this, where can I find it, where's the link? Another example of proof of concept is you search up the product on Amazon or AliExpress, and there's a lot of orders with a lot of good reviews and good comments. So you know the product actually has proof of concept, but on another platform. Another example is you see someone running Facebook ads for that same product you want to run organically, and you see that their ads on the ads library have been running for a long time. That's how you know they're profitable. Because if an ad is not profitable, you would shut it off instantly. Why would you leave it on for that long? If their ad is up for weeks or even months, you know it's profitable and that product is making them money. So you can use that same proof of concept on ads, knowing that they're making money on Facebook ads, and apply it to organic. The 8th product criteria is filmability. This just really means if you could actually film for the product yourself or not. For example, if you want to film for a dog product, but you really don't own a dog or a cat or a pet, then why would you even bother filming for it? Going, yeah, maybe you can go to a friend that has a pet or go to a family member, but it would be way too much effort for you to put in that it's not worth it. You would get a higher ROI on your time if you would just go searching for a product that doesn't need a pet, doesn't need a dog. This way you can run it yourself. You don't need to rely on someone else and their pet or their dog, whatever the example is. The key is just don't pick it in the first place, with whichever product research method you're using. You see a product, you think to yourself first, filmability. Can I actually film this? If not, just ignore it, even if you think it's a decent product. The 9th product criteria is high profit margin. A high profit margin just means that after covering all of your costs, like fulfillment, cost of goods, ads, fees, you still have a lot of money left over as a profit. Now, the higher the profit margin, usually the more money you have left over for Facebook ads down the line if you want to turn it into a brand, and the more money you can actually keep per sale. Here's a bad example of low profit margin. You found a good product and are selling it for $49, but it costs you $38. That's just a 22% margin. It doesn't give you any room to actually make profit, which is what we're after. Now, a good example of high profit margin, you're selling a product for $35 and it costs you just $7. That's literally an 80% profit margin. This gives you so much room. You could now put your feet on your desk and chill and lay back and know that even if you're paying for ads, even if you're paying for Shopify fees, for apps, for all of these small extra things, you know that you're still making money and walking home with a profit, with money in your bank account. Now, the 10th and last criteria for finding a perfect product is high AOV. AOV just means average order value. This is important because you can sell 10,000 units, but each unit is only worth a few dollars and your net profit would be even lower. So realistically, you're barely making any money. So there's other ways you could increase your average order value, like offering quantity discounts. So buy 3, get 1 free. Or you could add upsells of products that are similar in the same niche that people would buy with that same product they're buying, and add a message right before they check out. Hey, do you want to add this to your cart for 20% off? And it's a product that's similar to the one you're selling. But the base AOV, which just means the average average order value of the product alone needs to be relatively high. So I would say usually at least $60 to $100 is a good minimum. This way you don't need to sell as much to make the same profit. If I sold you a massage chair for $5,000 and my profit margin is 50%, I'm gonna make $2,500 into my pocket. But if I sell you one pillow and it costs me $5 to make and I sell it to you for $10, that means my profit margin is still 50%. But I'm making $5, which is nothing compared to what I sold you with the massage chair. On top of that, with a high average order value, you would usually have to deal with less customer service, which, speaking of, you should already have someone that you hired, a VA from the Philippines or from India or somewhere, to pay them $5, $7 an hour, that they should already do the customer service for you. But regardless of that, the amount of customer inquiries that you're gonna get are usually gonna be way lower. And this is because less people are ordering compared to a higher amount of sales with a high AOV product. Let me give you a bad example of a product that has low AOV. You sell a mug for $12 each and got 1,000 orders. So you made $12,000 in revenue. Now, pretty nice, congratulations, 12K in revenue. But let's look at the good example. With a high AOV, you sell a laptop for $450 each, and you got 100 orders. So you made $45,000 in revenue. Even though you sold 10 times more than the mug did, you made 3 times more than the mug, and your profit as well is way higher. Now that we covered the 10 product criteria, you're becoming a product research genius. Now let's move over to step number 2, which is where to actually find your products. Where are the best places, the best hidden secret places, subreddits, Amazon, to find the perfect products? Remember, it's not about where you look, it's what you see. Keeping this and the product criteria in mind means that no matter where you look, you can do effective product research. You can even go and visit your grandma's 100-year-old house and do product research there. Once you know the product criteria, or even while you go shopping to help your parents because they forced you to help them with shopping, you walk around and you spot at the store 2 winning products, just because you have the product criteria in mind. But regardless of this, I will still give you some good places and good locations you can look to find these winning products. There's an infinite amount of places you can actually look for products. I'm just gonna give you the basic 5. The first one is called the burner method. This is basically where you create a new social media account, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, any, that is designed and dedicated just for product research. You start by searching up different products that you know and engaging with them, liking them, commenting, watching the video 3 times, going to the account, following it, looking at the stories, at their other videos, and slowly but surely you're telling the algorithm to give you more products because that's what you're setting your intention to and that's what you're engaging with. So they're gonna give you more of that. This way is actually genius because if some random dropshipper makes a video that goes viral, it sends it to you automatically because it knows you like products, and because that video went viral, now they're pushing it to all the people who are interested in products. So you're gonna look at that video and you're gonna see it. And that just means you instantly have proof of concept for that product since it already went viral. So you know you can go viral with it as well. And you can even gauge really well based on videos and virality what people think about the product. You can look at the comments, at the like ratio, see literally what people are saying. The best way to tell why a video actually went viral or why people like the product that they're watching in the video is by looking at the top 3 comments with the highest number of likes. Usually, you could tell the exact reason why that video went viral. And you could make the same exact video, you could copy it with the same exact product, but make sure that the top 3 comments, if there's any controversy in there, if there's anything in the background of the video, you're gonna see the top 3 comments actually talk about it. The second method is AliExpress. Scrolling through your AliExpress More to Love or Best Sellers section. AliExpress has a similar algorithm. What you show interest in, it shows you more of. So find past winning products and interact with them. Add them to your wish list, add to cart, scroll through the reviews, etc. And then AliExpress will automatically show you more similar items. The third place to look for products is Amazon. This is basically the same as AliExpress, but just on Amazon. Go to the section like the movers and shakers, or you could search up weird keywords like coolest products or weirdest products or hottest products, things like that. And then you'll see based on reviews, based on comments, if people actually like the product or not. But then again, remember, that's why I taught you these 10 product criteria. So you can tell on Amazon if a product meets those criteria or not. The fourth method is Reddit. Subreddits like Shut Up and Take My Money or Dropship or Find Fashion, those are really good because subreddits are really what the internet is about. Everyone's talking about everything on Reddit. It's like the secret dungeons of the internet. The fifth method is just general articles on the internet. Basically searching up websites and different articles that just list cool products of the same keywords, like the craziest gifts, coolest gifts, best gadgets, things like that. Now we're finally at the third and last step, organizing and filtering your products. So now after gathering dozens of different videos and pictures and links of products, you need somewhere to organize them and filter them into the best of the best. And guess what? The best way to do this is, you guessed it right, with a spreadsheet. Nerd. So like I promised earlier in the video, I made especially for you a spreadsheet that basically calculates for you automatically if the product is worth running or not, if it's worth testing or not, if it has those criteria. I did this using a simple emoji system based on all of the product criteria that I explained to you earlier in the video. Each product criteria is attached to an emoji, so you could instantly recognize what the product criteria is. Your brain processes pictures 60,000 times faster than it does text. So if I use an emoji, instantly you know what the product criteria is. Basically, I'm just making your life easier. So here we are on the spreadsheet itself that calculates for you everything automatically. Let me just go over everything we have here. The first column is just the name of the product. Take one or two words to describe the product so you can quickly look at it. Put the link of the product wherever you found it, social media, Amazon, AliExpress. Put some comments, some extra room here for comments so you can put on the actual product itself. You can see here examples of what I wrote. The link for the supplier to see if your profit margin or average order value is actually good or not. So it could be, Walmart, AliExpress, Alibaba, whatever it is. And the conclusion. This is the only column that you just don't touch because the formula is in here, as you can see. Now, these are the 4 conclusions that the formula will automatically give you. You can see here we have a product that is high potential. We have you can do better, so it's a maybe, so it's really not worth running. Then we have not worth running. And then we have can't film, try on Facebook. Now what do I mean by try on Facebook? I just mean if you can't film for it, for example, it's a dog product, but it fits all of the other criteria, but the only thing is that you can't film for it, it's probably worth trying on Facebook ads, because Facebook ads, you're really more allowed to steal content, use content, pay other people to make the content for you. It's a little bit less intensive than organic. Next, we have the wow factor. I can see I put a note here so you can remember quickly what each product criteria is. So this is the wow factor, pretty self-explanatory. This one is solves a problem or provides value. This one is passionate niche. This one here is unique, not generic. This one here is functional, not a showcase. This one here is low competition. This one right here is proof of concept, filmability, and high profit margin, which just means you want at least 40%. I would even say 50, 60, but 40% is the minimum. Now you can see here this column. What you do is that you put an example. Let's go with this product as an example, Stitch Waffles. You can click the link here. We'll see what the product actually is. You can see this is a very basic product. Stitch Waffles, that's what I named it. You don't have to name anything extra, add any extra words, just simple to the point. We have the link, we have the comment. Not sure about this one. I tried something similar in the past and it didn't work. That's just a quick comment I put in there. The supplier and high potential. Why did we reach high potential? Now, obviously this product does not have high potential, but I just put it as an example. So, wow factor. It has a wow factor. You click on it and you click the check mark. So yes, the X is no. And does it solve a problem? Yes. Is it a passionate niche? Yes. Is it unique? Yes. Is it functional? Yes. Is it low competition? Yes. And so on and so on. Proof of concept, filmability, and high profit margin. You basically do the same thing for all of the other products. If everything is a yes, of course it's high potential. If one thing is a no, it's still high potential. If two things are a no, it's still high potential. So it means you're still able to make it work. But then if there's three things, you can do better for sure. So let's go back here. Let's do this one. You can do better. If we look at this, wow factor exists, problem solving exists. It's not in a passion niche. It's not functional. And that profit margin is not good enough. So instantly we know you can do better. I wrote you can do better because sometimes we get attached to a certain product because we're the target market and we're in the niche. But at the end of the day, you want only products that have high potential. Third option is if you have more than like 4, then it's really not worth running at all. So you have 4 X's here, you can see. Now, another thing is how the formula works. There's 2 things that if there are no, it instantly disqualifies the product. One of them is unique. If the product is not unique, why the heck are you even selling it? It's the most important factor. Yeah, wow factor is important. It'll go viral easier. Problem solving, yeah, it's important. But unique, if it's not even unique, why would you even bother? That instantly disqualifies everything. The next thing is filmability. If you can't film it, it instantly disqualifies it and goes to the next one, which it writes can't film, try on Facebook. Now let's take an example product here. Let's go on TikTok and scroll for 2 seconds and a product is gonna come up, watch. Scroll. Look at that, we found a product. You find a camera, right? A cool camera that attaches to you. Pretty cool. Let's copy this link. We'll go back to the spreadsheet. We'll paste the link here. We'll say product name, magnetic vest camera, right? Can be explored in many different niches, right? There's a lot of different niches that you can actually use this product for, like cars, like we saw in this video, exploring, dungeons. You could even use it for security, for women, whatever. Supplier, let me just open up a new tab. Search up AliExpress, magnetic vest camera. Search it up, there we go. Same exact product you can see here. Let's click it, copy this link, and go back to the spreadsheet, paste it in here. Here's our supplier. We're gonna buy it for $43. You can see we have different variants if you wanna add a different amount of storage. So this is $43. Let's just keep that in mind. Conclusion, we'll ignore that. Does this product have a wow factor? I would say it kind of does. Really depends which niche you use, but I think it does because it was attractive to us. Does it solve a problem or provide value? So problem solving, what problem can it solve? Yeah, it's very easy. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to pick it up like your phone. It's just always there. It's always recording. Definitely solves the problem. Passionate niche, I think it's definitely there because you can use it for any niche, right? It's a camera. It's something pretty generic. You can use it for any niche. You can use it for exploring, for car guys. You can use it for women to put on them just in case they're walking at night in dangerous areas. Next, unique. Is this unique? I would say it is unique because I've never actually seen something like this that it attaches the same way you attach a small mic to the collar of your shirt. You can attach this to your shirt. I would say that's a pretty unique twist on the product. Next, we have functional. Is this functional? I would say it's functional because it doesn't just sit there as you film it. You actually use it for something. It's pretty similar to the night vision goggles. So let's hit yes. Next, low competition. How do we check that? Let's go on TikTok and search magnetic camera and see what comes up. Look at this. Everyone's selling it. All the dropshippers are selling it. Look at this. We have 3 different accounts running it. So, but they're not viral yet. Usually I like checking on the phone to see if they went viral because you could always sort it by popularity. Now look at this. This guy. This guy is very popular. If he's making videos for it, you know definitely that it's pretty saturated. Let's just make sure and go through it. So we'll go to this video, the Vision Snap. Are they still making videos? Yup. 10 hours ago, they're still making videos. They can't seem to make it go viral for some reason. Let's see their most popular video. 4,000 views, 86 likes. Ratio is horrible. Let's go back, check some other competitors. Infinite Find. Let's see this. They just post a bunch of different products, not even what we're looking for. Let's see this account. Okay, they tried posting. Just today they started posting, yesterday. Let's see what they're using it for. Pretty decent. Okay, people are trying to run it. I would say it is pretty competitive. So let's go here and competition. We'll type it is competitive. Next, we have proof of concept. Does this have proof of concept, right? Now, I know for a fact that this product did actually sell, and it didn't convert well, but it did go viral. Considering we don't know it didn't convert well, it definitely went viral. Look at this. I mean, this video is trash, but let's go back here and type proof of concept. I think it does have, because all other people went viral with it already. Next, we have filmability. Can you actually film for this? I mean, absolutely. Depends on which niche you choose, right? But let's say we choose the car niche. If you have a trash car, like, I don't know, like a Toyota Prius or something, then you could still film for it, but it would be less interesting. If you have a BMW, Porsche, you have access to one, also you could, but let's say you want to target a different niche, like moms, or you want to target a niche like the exploring niche, and you're someone who actually goes on hikes, then you can go ahead, definitely, you can film this. Last thing is high profit margin. So this product, they're selling it for $43. If you haggle with them and you find another supplier, a private agent, you could probably get them down to $39 per piece. But that means you would have to sell it for at least like $70, $75 to actually have a decent profit margin. If you want to get better profit margin, at least 50%. So that means you'll have to sell it for $80. The question is, does this product look like it's worth $80? If you ignore the price here, does this look like it's worth $80? I would say if the quality is good and it could film for a while and you make it look good, definitely it could. So let's hit check. Last criteria here is high average order value. Now the average order value here is 80 plus. This product has a very high perceived value. That just means it looks, and it could look like it could be worth more than what it actually is. So I would say the AOV, nice. So now you can see here, we checked the last one, and this one automatically filled out for us, and it says the conclusion is high potential. This means that it's worth running, it's worth testing, ordering it to your house, making videos for it, or even testing it on Facebook ads. Just make sure about the competition. But in terms of this product specifically, I would research more about the competition. So that's where I could, right here in the notes, I could write research more about the competitors, right? So I remember. Now what I would usually do, I would get high potential products, usually between 20 and 30 high potential products. And then I would basically hit Control C, go to the great product section and just paste it in there. And this way I know, you see here high potential, and then I have 20, 30 products in here that are great products. And then I choose the best of the best of the best. Now, the reason this helps so much to go through each criteria and click check, yes, this does have it. Yes, this does have it. It doesn't have it. It means that you're actually thinking to yourself and you're not just basing it off your emotions and your opinions. It's just about, does it actually have those criteria? Next, this product, let's say it's not worth running. So if we hit X, we hit X, we hit X, not worth it. This product, let's say it's not worth running. So I would copy it and I would paste it into old. You can see here the tab. And I put it gray just so you could instantly recognize. Just like that. Old products. And then whenever you want to make sure, maybe you thought there was a product that you tried before, you just hit find and you paste the link of the video, or you could even type the name. So for example, you type the link and it shows you automatically that you already posted that video or that product on the old list. And then you can even create a automatic thing where it automatically tells you if something is similar to this one, but that's already too much. And you can even search like camera, and then it'll show you all of the past products that you already said no to that have a camera related keyword. Now, you can click here. We have basically past products. This is just a product that you already tested, you already tried, you already ran, you made videos for, you ran ads for. You can put in all the information here. This way you can learn future account use. Maybe you can use that same successful account for another product because it's in the same niche. And failures and reason. You're basically systemizing everything. And you're looking at this and you're saying, okay, these are the failures that the product had. What can I learn from it? And then you'll see I already stacked up here like 40, 50 different products that I learned different things from. And that's how I can have the authority to tell you what's good, what's not. Next, we have Facebook. Some products, like I said here, can't film, try on Facebook, this one. So you're gonna copy it, paste it on Facebook, and then you're gonna, again, accumulate 10, 20, 30 products here, go through them, choose the best of the best. After finding a product, you add all the info into the spreadsheet, and at the end, it will help you decide if that product is worth running or not. The products that come out green and have high potential, you transfer to the tab called Great Products. This way you can accumulate and gather a lot of products that are worth running with high potential, and then only pick the best of the best. If you're interested to know how the spreadsheet formula determines if the product is actually good or not, I just put up on the screen a picture of what the formula is. You can read through it if you want, you can pause it, and this is exactly how it works. You can always alter it, change it on your own, but I would suggest keeping it the same for now. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, feel free to let me know down in the comments, post down your opinion, criticism, whatever you want. And I hope you find some good products and make millions of dollars. Have a good one.